Hey there! In the last lesson, we installed Flutter, and now we want to install a code editor where we will write our codes throughout the course. I'm gonna be using Android Studio for this course, but you can explore other editors like VS Code too. Alright, so let's start by heading over to Google and typing download Android Studio. Now we need to choose the result that shows download Android Studio. Here, let's click on download Android Studio, scroll all the way down, and let us check the terms and conditions. And finally, we're able to download the Android Studio for Windows and save it just like this. Downloading it won't take long. Once it's downloaded, open the installer. Click Yes if it asks for administrative options. Go ahead and click on Next. And again, choose the location where you want to save the file. I'm just gonna keep the default options. Now hit install. It might take a while, so be patient. Finally, click on Next. Keep the Start Android Studio checked and press the Finish button. Do not import settings and go on. The Android Studio Setup Wizard will pop up. Sending usage statistics is optional. Now click on Next. Choose the standard type of setup. Click on Next again. Here you can choose the theme. I'm gonna go with the Dracula one. Click on Next and Next again. Accept the licenses just like this. Right now, some files need to be downloaded, so choose the Finish button and then wait for the downloading to end. It may take a few seconds. And now that it's done, we can click on Finish once more. Also, we need to download the Flutter plugin. So let's go to Plugins, search for Flutter, and install it. And click on Accept. It wants you to install Dart, so do it as well by simply clicking on Install. Cool, let's restart the IDE now. We need to download a few more things so that everything works just fine. So let's click on More Actions and select SDK Manager. Check all the versions starting from 30. Then go to SDK Tools and check Android SDK Command Line Tools. If you have an AMD processor, make sure the AMD hypervisor is checked too. Click on Apply, followed by OK, and then wait for them to download and install. It will take a while, so just be patient. Once it's done, click on the Finish button, then on Apply, and on OK. And congratulations! You have finished the installation process. Now let's create a new Flutter project. In order to do it, we obviously need to choose Flutter. If you don't have the path shown over here, then click on this button and direct it to the Flutter folder. I'm gonna click on Next now. And I'm gonna name it test_example. If you have a domain name, you can write it, or if not, just leave it as it is. I'm gonna keep the web checked and then click on Finish. At this point, let's open the main folder as I want to show you something. Let's add some extra spaces, which may not look right, but when you press Ctrl+Alt+L, the code becomes formatted and structured properly. Now, it would be great if we could reformat a file automatically every time we save it. To do that, let's head over to Settings, open Languages and Frameworks, and click on Flutter. Now we have to check this Format Code on Save option. You can also check Organize Imports on Save, but we'll get into that later on. Click on Apply, followed by OK. And we're done with this part.